Hi everyone. Hope you're ready to have an awesome class today. Remember, for those of us who are practicing at home with this video, that anytime that you are practicing with a video, you're assuming the risks of practicing. No one is able to see you, I'm not able to see you, so remember to make sure that your space is free from anything that you might knock over, whether you're reaching from side to side, up overhead, around. Make sure we can twist and twist around again, and that should be pretty good. If you are experiencing any kind of issues with the body, I recommend that you get a medical checkout before you start anything, or if you have any questions or worries or concerns about any part of the body, shoulders, back, knees, ankles, whatever the case may be, just make sure that you have a medical person look at you, make sure you're okay to do yoga, and then follow, always follow what your body tells you. If the movement doesn't feel right, don't do it. Alter the pose, do a different pose, just sit it out and breathe. Again, just sitting on your mat, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose also does wonders for the body. We don't give ourselves enough time just to sit down and breathe, okay? We're always doing something. We're just automatically breathing in the background, and when you are starting to allow yourself to feel the breath coming in and exiting the body, you're calming down that nervous system that is always on the go, doing things, thinking that, doing this, doing that, and we just have an ability to just say, okay, body, let's just take it down a notch. So that's how we're going to start our practice. Always taking it down a notch to really get to know what's going on in our body. Maybe we haven't been aware of something that's been bothering us. Maybe it's mental, maybe it's physical. You know, whatever the case may be, just give yourself some time right now to start to get into your practice. So let's find ourselves seated on our mats in a comfortable position, whatever way works for you. If you have yoga blocks around, feel free to use your yoga block. That's totally fine. If you like to sit on the yoga block, we can. We can sit cross-legged as long as we're able to keep our bum connected to the ground, rolling our shoulders up, back, and down, and we can have a nice, long, tall spine. If that is a problem, we can always, of course, sit with our feet out. We can hold onto our knees. We can place one foot out. Whatever is going to work for you so that we can do some breathing, I'm fine with it, as long as you have your shoulders up, back, and down, and then we have a big open chest. So from here, once we've found our sit bones, we found our block, we found a proper way of sitting that's going to work for us, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Hands can be on your knees, palms down, palms up. Today I'm going to do palms up. We're just going to start with some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Now these first couple of breaths, you're going to try and relax the shoulders. Maybe if you're still watching the video, you notice my shoulders just relax, because I remembered they don't need to be up around my ears, and I'm not even sure why they were there. Very interesting how the body just protects itself. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let the shoulders fall away from the ears, long, tall spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale, go ahead, fill the lungs in as much as you can. Exhale through the nose if it's accessible. Don't worry if we have to breathe through the mouth. 1 more time, big inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and inhale those hands all the way up, eyes open or closed, whatever feels right for you. And exhale, come down through heart center. Go ahead and inhale, reach the hands up, draw your gaze up to the sky. Exhale down through heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Big rise up. Exhale, come down. Last time, big rise up. Turn the hands out. Exhale the hands down behind you and tuck the chin, roll the shoulders forward, dive. Inhale, back up. Bring the fingertips together if they touch, and maybe a little back bend, not too much. Exhale, turn the hands out, tuck the chin, dive down, roll the shoulders forward, but reach behind, opening up through shoulders and chest. Inhale, big, arching the back, looking up to the sky, maybe bringing those hands just behind your head. Exhale, come down one more time. Inhale, rise up. Bring the head to neutral, bring those hands right onto the shoulders. Again, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to take that right shoulder, we're going to cross it across the front of the body. Once it's here, we're going to draw a big circle all the way up, and then we're going to pull it all the way behind with a twist. Let's cross the body so that we're over to the other shoulder. We're drawing the elbow all the way up into the sky, and then we're pulling it all the way behind. Now your movements might not be as big as mine. They might be bigger. But all we're doing is we're twisting back and then coming forward, so making big circular motions with that shoulder, and then down. Let's add the breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Maybe we follow our elbow as we turn, really getting the neck involved. And then 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale and release. Just roll the shoulders back. Take a moment, close the eyes if you're comfortable, and just focus in on the shoulder that you did the rotation work on. Maybe it feels a little tingly, it's got some sensation happening, we've moved some blood around in it. Let's go ahead and match it on the other side. Inhale, hands all the way up. Turn the hands out, exhale, dive down, shoulders come forward, but you reach behind. Maybe those fingertips touch, maybe they don't. Inhale, lift it all the way up, eyes open or close. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, rise up. Last time, exhale, dive down. 1 more time, reach on up to the sky. And then bring those hands down onto the shoulders. Neck is neutral. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And then we're going to take it from the other arm. We're going to take this one, cross it over so it's at the other elbow. Then we're going to lift the elbow up, draw it to the sky. We're going to twist, turn behind, and then come back. Okay, so just try these ones, see how they're doing. Notice how our bum stays connected to the mat. We're not rolling around from side to side on our butt cheeks, whether we have a leg extended, whether we're on a block. We're bracing our core to keep ourselves stable, and then we're twisting around. And then we're going to add breath. So cross it over, inhale all the way up, draw that big circle, exhale, twist and down through the back. Go ahead, inhale, rise up. Maybe if you're comfortable following the elbow, we follow it with our eye gaze, adding in a little bit of neck movement. 2 more times, inhale, rise it on up, follow that elbow behind. Last time, big cross, big inhale. Exhale, twist behind and release. Hands just gently down in front of you, just noticing how the shoulders feel. They should feel a little bit more warm. We're going to do the reverse of this. We're going to bring our hands all the way up. Exhale them down. Tuck the chin. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll all the way forward. Inhale all the way up. Maybe the back bend. Eyes open or close. Always the choice. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Bring those thumbs to your chest. Roll your shoulders forward. 1 more time. Big inhale all the way up to that, maybe that micro back bend. Exhale the hands down onto your shoulders. Head is neutral. We're going to take these ones, and instead of going in through the front, we're actually going to open up back. So let me see you pull the elbows behind you. So now we've got an open chest. You're pulling back, and you're lifting up to the sky.
Then you're gonna tuck as you lift up your wings, elbows high into the sky, reach all the way forward, and then bring them down into the belly button. Open all the way up, lift the chest, look to the sky, big inhale. Draw the elbows up, maybe they touch, maybe they don't, but dive down in towards the belly. Let's do that 2 more times. Open up those wings, rise them up to the sky, look up. Exhale, dive down. Last one, inhale, rise up. Exhale, dive down, and just let those hands unwind. Beautiful shoulder work for our warm-up this morning. Or this evening, wherever you happen to be. There's a little light outside, so let's inhale all the way up. Exhale those hands down. You're going to make your way onto all fours, so go ahead and place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, toes are tucked, shoulders up, back, and down, rooting down through all of the fingertips and tucking into the toes. Let's go ahead and come up into our first downward facing dog in this class. So toes are tucked, sending your hips high into the sky, rooting down through your fingers. You can walk a little forward, a little walk back, whatever you need to do. I want you to soften the knees and press your hips high into the sky, almost like you want your ribs to lie against your thighs. Again, we can walk those hands in a little closer if we need to. If we're holding on to any effort in our head, go ahead and just let it go. Give it a shake no. Give it a shake yes. If we're comfortable drawing little circles around, just releasing any tension, go ahead and do that. Anytime we come into our downward facing dog, we're going to try and relax our head. We don't need the head for any kind of holding up position. It's just below the heart and it's doing its thing. The blood pressure is changing. Let's walk our dog so that we bring our front heel down towards the mat. Doesn't have to touch, bending the back knee. And then swapping it out. This is lengthening out the calves, giving us some nice sensation in the backs of the legs. And we're also using our upper body strength to hold ourselves up, and we're changing our blood pressure. So downward dog is a very special pose that allows us to do a bunch of different things right off the bat. And then once we've done that, we can press both of the heels down, and then we can pop right up onto the toes, putting the weight of your body mostly in your hands. Then exhale, heels come down. Inhale, pop all the way up onto the toes. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Bring yourself all the way back to bend at the knees and place your knees down. We're going to come down onto our elbows, and our knuckles are touching, not interlace the fingers. We're just touching, okay? Shoulders pull back and down. And all I want you to do here is kick out the front leg. Okay, so my toe is tucked, we're kicking out the front leg. We're placing the weight of our upper body into our forearms, not just the elbow. Elbow is underneath the shoulder, but we're pressing down into the forearm. Okay, so shoulders are up, back, and down. And we're just going to slide our foot out to the side, toe down, and then pull it back in. So inhale. Exhale, slide. We're looking down at the floor. Open and close. Last one. Open and close. Shoulders are still pulling back behind the body into the shoulders. The shoulders are pulling back into the spine. We've got our core locked on. We've got our front leg still extended. We're going to lift it up now. Hold it here. We're going to draw some circles in the sky. So bring the foot forward and around. Bring it down and around. We've got 2 more, down and around. Last time, down and around. We can, if we want, and have a little bit more, pull the knee into the tricep. Kick it back, lengthen it out. 2 more, exhale. Touch and bring it back out. Last time, touch, bring it back out. Place the knee down, tuck the toes, walk up onto the hands, If you want that yogi stretch out of the toes, you're able to walk yourself back up, release the toes anytime you need to, and then maybe we walk ourselves all the way up and hold here. How did we do? Whew, lighting up into the chest and shoulders today. Also working that butt and that core, sticking out those legs, they get heavy. All right. Let's do a nice deep inhale all the way up here. Bring it down through heart center. One more time, all the way up. Exhale. If we've had our toes tucked, let's walk ourselves back down onto the mat. Release the toes and give a little love here. Let's go ahead and come into downward facing dog again before we move on to the other side. Once we've got our downward facing dog, we're rooting down into those fingers, letting our head hang. We have our feet hip distance apart and we can look between the knees with the head just hanging out. Then we're going to pull our bodies so that our knees bend and our butt comes towards our heels. Knees come out to the side. Let's go ahead and pop up into your downward facing dog again. Exhale, knees come out to the side. Send your butt back and then pop it back up again. 2 more times. Make any adjustments you need to. Exhale, opening up through the hips. Don't worry if you can't get down all the way. 1 more time. Knees come out to the side. Pushing the butt back and down. And then, if we are able to, walking our hands up. And balancing on the feet. I'm going to turn here, stay where you are. So we're on our toes. And we're going to now walk ourselves up onto our knees. First balancing pose of the day. All right, we've got this going on. We're able to now see if we can get those hands out to the side. Roll the shoulders back. Let's work a little bit more through our twist, bringing one hand to the front and turning to the side. All the way back up to the front, and then twist to the other side. Bring yourself up through the center. Shoulders stay down. Twist. Bring it back. All the way around. And twist. Bring yourself back up through center. Slowly bring those hands all the way up. Exhale down through the center. Walk yourself back out. And we're in our downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and try a chaturanga from this position. We're going to inhale to come forward and then drop to the knees as we exhale. Lower your chest down. Check out where the elbows are. You're bringing them right down at your side and feet flat on the floor. Press into the hands. Lift up the chest just a little. Look down. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes into child's pose. Just into child's pose. We're going to do this a couple times. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, elbows brush those ribs, lower down, feet flat on the floor. Inhale, baby, or maybe a full cobra. Exhale, down, tuck the toes, push back, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, push back. Bringing yourself onto the elbows. Your hands are close together to one another. They don't have to interlace. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Once we've got the stability here, we've got to knees underneath our hips. And then we're going to take out that back leg. Now I'm going to move a little more forward so I'm not hitting the wall behind me. You make your adjustments in whatever way works for you. So it's out, shoulders back and down, slide the toe out to the side, keep the hips level, and then bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slide. Inhale. One more time, out. And hold. All right, now that we've gotten this position, we're rolling the shoulders back, putting the weight into the forearms. Squeezing the shoulder blades together towards the spine, toe is tucked, lift up that leg, squeeze your butt and pull the belly up. We're going to draw circles. Go out to the side, draw them up and around. So inhale and exhale. 2 more. Control the hip movement by bracing your core, squeezing your butt 1 more time. Hold it here. Pull the knee in towards your tricep. Go ahead and exhale, touch, send it back. Exhale, touch, send it back. 2 more, touch, send it back. Last time, touch, send it back. Placing those knees down, tuck the toes. Go ahead and walk yourself up. Maybe we come up onto our thighs, shoulders up, back and down. This is good. We can stay here. We can take a breather. When we're ready, we're coming onto our knees. Our toes are tucked. Our shoulders are back and down. We're going to lift up our hands. Inhale all the way up. Go ahead and twist towards me. Your back hand comes forward, your front hand to the side. Inhale up, switch. 1 more time to the front. Inhale up to the back. This time we're going to go into a half camel. So we're going to keep the back hand up. We're going to reach down for that heel. Finding that heel, maybe we look at that heel, maybe we look up to the sky, whatever works. Then we're going to lift that hand back up, bracing the core, lean back, and find the heel. Inhale back up. If that was a challenge enough, stay there. If you want more, you're going to reach a little further when your feet are flat on the floor. So back hand stays up, front hand reaches down, you twist and lean back. Find your heel. Use your core to lift yourself all the way back up. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Exhale, reach. Inhale, back up. You can do it 1 at a time again if you found that a good challenge. Or you could go for full camel, which is reaching the front hand back, finding your heel. And then taking your back hand, reaching it and finding your heel. Big chest opener, look up to the sky, press the hips up. If we've done one side, switch to the other. Nice deep breaths if we're holding full camel. You're going to release your front hand first, swing it up. Then we're going to release our back hand, swing it up, and everybody should be done with either half or full camel. Bring the hands down through the center. Good. Lower yourself down onto all fours. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Hopefully we're doing pretty good now. We're certainly warm. Walk out your dog. Do what you got to do if you're grabbing some water. And let's go ahead and try a chaturanga. You can do the knee version or you can come to a high chaturanga with me right now. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby, full cobra, or up dog means you're lifting those knees off of the mat. Exhale, push back. Down dog to child's pose to down dog or right into your down dog. All right, let's play. Bringing that right foot high up into the sky. Once we've got that foot high into the sky, let's rotate that ankle. We're rotating it in one direction, rotating it in the other. We're going to bring that knee to the elbow. We've done this once before, but on our forearms. Exhale, touching the elbow. Send it back up. We're going to do this 2 times. Exhale, tap, and rise it up. Here's your treat for the 3rd one. Drop to the knee if you need to, but we can pull our knee towards our elbow. We're going to slide the elbow down to the wrist, pull it back up to the tricep, and send it all the way back. Then you're going to pull the knee into the chest, look between your hands, step walk, guide it through, drop the back heel on the diagonal, and rise up, warrior 1. Ooh, how'd we do? That one was tough. You can hear I'm breathing. So we're going to sink in. We're making sure our knee
over top of our ankle, where hips are squared to the front. If they're turning out to the side, all you do is step it up. Once we're squared, shoulders away from the ears, we're good. We're going to take this to a dive to the front. Just go ahead and dive down. We're going to take these elbows, pull them back in this dive. Then we're going to lift up, elbows pull back even more, and then we reach to the sky. So exhale. Inhale, pull back while you're leaning forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Do that 2 more times. Reach. Pull back. Stand up to the sky. 1 more. Reach. Pull back. Lift up. Squeeze those elbows in at your side. Reach up to the sky. Take those hands forward. Place them down on the mat. Take a giant step forward so that you're in forward fold. Inhale to halfway hold. Exhale, let it go. 1 more time to the halfway hold. Exhale, let it go. Come all the way to standing. And bring the hands to heart center. Shoulders back and down. Fingertips right against your thumbs right against your chest if it's possible. Pulling the elbows down, softening the knees, and we're going to take it to our chair. So we're just going to slowly bring our knees towards our toes, putting the weight into our heels, lifting our toes up so we can wiggle them, and sending our chest forward. Let's go ahead and pull these elbows back, cactus arms. Stand tall, inhale up. Exhale to heart center. Sink on into chair. Pull the toes up. Elbows come out to the side, cactus arms. Stand tall, and at the big inhale. Let's do that a little faster. Exhale, chair. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale, rise. Inhale, chair. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, rise. 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to your chair and hold it here. We're going to bring the back elbow to the front knee and twist. If you've got the stability here, take the back leg and step back in a twisted lunge. Awesome. We're going to take these, extend the arms out. We're going to lift ourselves all the way back up. We're going to swing that back arm down and around. Warrior 2. Go ahead and reach down for the floor. If the floor doesn't work, elbow on the thigh. We're going to windmill all the way down so that our top hand is now on the mat. Our other hand is on the outside of the foot. We're going to step back into downward facing dog and do a chaturanga. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, push back. Ooh, take a breather. Grab some water if you need to. That flow certainly gets the heart rate up, okay? Now that we know what we're doing, we're going to do everything on the other side. So, just take a couple of breaths here. Roll out the wrists if you need to. Do what you need to calm the body. Inhale the hands all the way up. Exhale them down to your mat. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Now that we're in our downward facing dog, we're setting ourselves up, fingertips pressed into the mat, including your thumb and your index finger. Feet are hip distance apart, head is hanging, back leg up high into the sky. Let's go ahead and rotate those ankles around in one direction. Rotate in the other direction. Is your head just hanging out? We're not using it to hold it up. We're feeling the blood pressure change. We're stable through our hands.
We have our shoulders away from our ears, and we're gonna do the knee into the tricep or to the elbow. So exhale, come on in, touch. Inhale, send it back. Remember, you can come to the knee to do it. Exhale. Inhale, back up. This time we're going to take the elevator. So give me a touch to the tricep or the elbow. Slide it down to your wrist. Pull it back up. Send it back to your three-legged dog. Wow, that one's tough. And then we're going to exhale, pull the knee into our chest, look between our hands, step, walk, guide. Place it down. Drop your heel. Warrior one. Whew. Time to take a break in Warrior one. Set yourself up, remember. You've got your knee over your ankle. Firmly plant the full foot down in front. Back heel is on the diagonal. Shoulders back and down. Hips square to the front. Stepping in if we need to. We're leaning forward, putting almost all the weight in that front foot. We're going to exhale, pull the elbows back and squeeze. Lift up, press through that front foot, squeeze the elbows more behind the back, and then a big inhale to reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze those elbows. Inhale, lift. 2 more times. Reach it forward. Pull it back. Lift it up. Reach for the sky. 1 more. Reach. Pull. Lift. Rise. Go ahead and reach forward. We're going to place those hands down. Take a giant step up to the front of the mat. Inhale till you're halfway hold. Hands halfway up the shin, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, let it go. The other way to do a halfway hold is fingertips on the mat. Roll the shoulders back, lengthening through the spine. And then let it go. When you're ready, come to standing. Inhale all the way up. Exhale the hands through heart center. Roll the shoulders back and down and soften the knees. Okay. Thumbs right against the chest. Feet are spread nice and wide. We're going to come down into our chair. We've been here once before. Now I asked you to pull up the toes the last time. If you are good to go, let's come up onto the toes. Know that you can drop down those heels anytime. This is just an added challenge. Okay? So now that we've got this going, we're going to stay on our toes for as long as we can. Pull the elbows out to cactus. And stay on the tippy toes. Rise up. This is much more of a challenge. Staying on the tippy toes. Exhale. Come down into your chair. Butt goes back. Knees come towards toes. Open up through the chest. Pull the elbows behind you. Cactus arms. Inhale. All the way back up. If you're on your toes, you are using your quads to really stabilize your core. Exhale. Come on down. Shoulders are away from those ears. Then we take the elbows, lead with them to pull them back into cactus arms. Inhale. Rise it on up. Ooh, these calves are working big time too. Exhale. Come down. This will be the last one. Open up. Inhale. Exhale, come to standing. Bring it down to your chair. Good for you if you're still on those toes. Oh my goodness. That front elbow crosses to the back one, to the back knee. Let's lower the heels down. And if you are stable, we're going to step back with the front leg. Right there. All right, let's open up those hands wide if we can. We're twisting away from the body, and then we're using our core to lift ourselves up and hold it. We're going to swing ourselves to Warrior Two. Back hand comes down and around, front hand twists around, dropping the heel. Warrior Two. Solid. All right, let's windmill the hand down to the ground, elbow to the thigh, or down to the ground, and hold here. Catch your breath. Swing top hand down, placing the other hand on the outside of the foot. Take a step back into downward facing dog. Chaturanga if you need to. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale and exhale to push back. I chose to walk my dog on that one. Whew. Let's go ahead and come down to the knees and come into your child's pose. Grab some water, do what you gotta do. Release wrists. Grab a little towel down. And let's move on. Going back onto the forearms. Again, knuckles can touch. I prefer not to interlace the fingers, that way if I need to move quickly, I don't have to unleash, but if it's your practice to link up those fingers, you may feel free to go ahead and do so. Shoulders pull back and down, knees underneath the hips. Last time we just stuck our legs out from the kneeling position. This time I want you to tuck the toes, and we're gonna come up into dolphin. So again, big work for the shoulders today. Feet hip distance apart, and we're looking between our ankles. From here, we have a couple of options. We can just hold dolphin. We can also walk in a little bit closer or a little bit further to bend into those knees. And then what we're gonna do is lift up that front leg, holding it up into the sky. We're gonna drop the back knee down, and we're gonna touch our elbow and knee together. Send it back up, pressing into the forearms all the way back up. Hold here, hold dolphin, or do it again. Drop to the knee and pull the other one and touch the tricep or your elbow. Bring it all the way back up. Big inhale. Exhale. Tap. All the way back up. Place that foot down. Child's pose. And release. So much work. We are in an inversion there. We're also using a lot of our back to keep ourselves stabilized, pulling the shoulder blades together in our spine to stabilize the shoulder girdles. And then we're using our core to pull those knees in towards our arms. Lots of glute work there too, and many muscles to stabilize. When you're ready, elbows under the shoulders, press into the forearms, tuck the toes, dolphin pose. All right, we're good here in dolphin. We're gonna lift up the back foot and hold here. Now, if we find that we need to walk in a little bit closer and bend in the knees, that's fine too. Wherever it works for you. Your foot might not go that high. It doesn't have to go that high. What I want you to do is feel the head just relax and notice the weight working as you push yourself out of your shoulders so that your shoulders aren't collapsing around your ears. Let's pull the knee in as we drop that front knee down and tap if we can. Then send it back up, exhaling as you come in. So big exhale. Nice solid inhale. Last time, exhale. Big solid inhale. And coming down into dolphin. Can you walk your feet out so that we come into an elbow plank? You can drop to those knees, or you can hold here. We're breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1, and down all the way onto the belly. Oh, so good. So now that we're on our belly, we're just readjusting ourselves by sending our hips side to side, bringing those feet flat on the floor. Tuck the knees, tuck the toes to lift the knees up and place the knees down. If there's any issues with kneecap, feel free to keep the toes tucked. Now that we're here, we're going to press into our fingertips that are by our shoulders. Lift up and look down at the mat. Pull the shoulders back. Once we've got this one, I want you to press into the front hand, okay? So when we've got that press into the front hand, we can look up to the sky, and then we're gonna bring ourselves back through the center. Your hips are staying on the mat, so is the belly button, and then we're pressing into the back hand. Bring yourself back through center, lift up, belly button stays connected. We can look up to the sky, come back down. We're working the back body, giving it a little twist. And then down. If you're good, we can press those toes into the mat, lifting our chest up, and then lifting the hands up and squeezing the blades behind. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift it up. Tuck your chin, look down. Exhale. One more time, lift it up. If you're good, lift the front foot up. Put it down. You can have the hands on the floor. Lift the back leg up, squeeze your bum. And then put it down. One more time to the front, elbows are squeezed, looking down at your mat. Squeeze through the back body. Switch. Go ahead and lift, make sure you're not holding your breath. Calm breath. Bring it down, and then lower down. We can walk those hands down beside us now. Fingertips down if we need to, or turn the palms up. If the fingertips are down, it's going to allow you to use your fingertips to help you lift up. If you have your fingertips pointed to the sky, you're going to use your back body to lift yourself up and lift those hands up. So go ahead and exhale, lift it up and reach down. Instead of one leg at a time, although you can do that, let's lift both up and get those knees off. Tuck the chin and hold for 4, 3, 2, lower down. One more level to this one, so hands can be at the shoulders. They can be palms down and we're just lifting up gently. We can keep the feet on the floor. Or if you want this last challenge, the fingertips are pointed up. We're going to interlace our fingers behind us. So go ahead and lift the chest up. Lift the feet up. And if you can get the knees off the ground, we're looking down at our mats. We're going to interlace our fingers behind us. And we're going to pull all the way up. For 4, 3, how you doing? Are you breathing? 2, lower down. Back body work. Nice couple breaths here. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes. Push back into child's pose, nice and slow. We did a lot of work for the back. Hang out here with me. Grab water, do what you gotta do. Adding in a chaturanga if you want it, or you can stay in a rest pose. So those who don't want to add in that extra flow, you can stay in your downward dog, your child's pose. If you're going for it, come with me now. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise it on up. Exhale, push it back. All right, let's do one more flow, and then we'll bring it more to some core. So bring that right foot high up into the sky. We're going to pull the knee into the chest. Hold it here. Send it all the way back up. If you want to touch the elbow, go ahead and do it now. You can do this from the knees. Touch. Send it up. And the most challenging one, I'm going to ask you to touch the other elbow. Cross it over to the elbow and send it all the way back up. We're going to bring our knee into our chest, look between the hands, step, walk, guide it. Place the foot down, lift up warrior 1. Good, solid, hips forward, knee over ankle. We're going to lean it forward. We're going to pull the elbows back. We're going to lift up. We're going to reach up. And this time, we're going to dive down and come into warrior 3. Try it. Warrior 3. Pull the elbows back. We're going to take the foot, put it down into the warrior 1, and stand it up. Woo, what a challenge. Lean forward, warrior 3. Pull the elbows now to your side while you're in warrior 3. Gently place the back toe down, squeeze, and lift it up. One more time. Reach it forward, pop up, warrior 3. Find that balance. Elbows in at your side. Can you lightly put the foot down by bending that front knee, then lift it all the way up? Bring the hands down to the ground. Let's take a step up. Inhale, halfway hold. Exhale, let it go. One more time, halfway hold. Catch your breath. let it go. If you're ready to stand, inhale, rise it on up. And exhale, bring it down. We've done this before. You can stay at the top of your mat. You're putting the weight in that right foot. Once we've got soft knee bend, bringing the thumbs to the chest. We're lifting up the knee so that it's at 90 degrees. We're going to kick that foot out and tap the heel down. Pull it back up. Go ahead and kick the heel out, tap the floor, bend at the knee, bring it back up. If you have the stability, it's a single-legged chair with the chair leg sticking out. So come on down and hold that foot off the ground as you come into your chair. Super. Breathe and hold. Bring it back up and hold. Taking your hand out to the front, opposite to the knee. Taking the other hand and lifting it up to the sky. So same knee that's bent, hand goes to the sky. Find that balance. Front hand crosses to the outside of the knee. Ooh, this is a tough balance. And then, if you can, taking that back hand and scooping it around for a full twist. Now this might be enough. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you may see if you can find the outside of your foot. Oh my. If you've gotten that, yay. Again, if you haven't, no worries. This is a challenge. And then depending on how tight the hamstrings are, you can start to extend that leg out and be in a twist with full leg extension. Release and shake it out. Whew. All right, catch your breath, do what you gotta do. So many things today with a lot of strength, a lot of twisting, a lot for the back, a lot for the shoulders, a lot for the core, a lot for the legs. You're getting it all in. Come to the top of your mat. Let's inhale all the way up. Swan dive this one down, soften the knees and take a dive. Take a step back with one foot, take a step back with the other. Rest or chaturanga. Inhale to come forward, exhale, lower down. Big inhale to rise, exhale, push back. All right, we're gonna do the series again for the core work. This is core work from your downward dog position. If you wanna skip any or come to the knees, no, that's always your option. Let's go ahead and take that back foot high up into the sky. Bring the knee into the chest, exhale, and just hold your plank. You can just do these are fine. Send it all the way back to three-legged dog. We're gonna touch the same side elbow or tricep. So exhale, touch. Inhale, back up. Let's go ahead and try the hard one to cross the body. See if you can get that knee to touch somewhere in that tricep and elbow area. Send it three-legged dog. Bring the knee into the chest, look between the hands, step, walk, guide it. Drop the back heel. Warrior one. Whew, take a break. You can do as many of these that you need to. You can skip some and just hold it. If you're ready to go, lean forward. You're gonna pull the elbows back strong. See if you can really get a good press here. Okay? Then we're going to take it all the way up. Reach it to the sky. Now we're gonna do warrior three. Lean forward, pop it up. Pull the elbows into your rib cage. Gently put the toe down, lift up, squeeze elbows in, and then stand high. Two more. Exhale. Inhale, pop. Exhale, drop. Inhale, rise. Last one. Warrior three, strong. Pull in your elbows. Lightly tap it down. Lift it all the way up. Go ahead and place those hands down. Take a step in. Halfway hold. Exhale, let it go. One more time, halfway hold. Exhale, let it go. Let's go ahead and come all the way up to standing. Bring yourself down through heart center. Bringing yourself to your mat with the opposite knee bent, okay? Hands are thumb right to chest, shoulders back and down, lifting up the knee, softening it out. We're just taking that knee and seeing if we can get it to straighten out and heel tap the floor. Bring it all the way back up. Knee still stays soft. We've still got a little bit of bounce here. And then we're going to, again, touch heel to floor. Bring it back up. One more time. Lengthen it out. See how it feels. Tap down. Bring it up. Now that we've got it, let's go ahead. Take these hands up to the sky. Tapping down when we need to. Let's go ahead and bring the hand that is opposite to the knee that's bent and hanging out in the air to the front. Let's take that front hand and cross it over to the outside of the knee. You can take that top hand now and pull it back behind you. Find that balance. And if we're good here, we just hold here. We focus. If we want the challenge, that's where we see if we can go and slide our hand down to find the outside of the foot. If we found it, big congratulations. If we haven't found it, big congratulations for trying. It's about trying, not succeeding all the time, because eventually you do succeed. All right, so if we've got the foot and we want to attempt to maybe straighten that knee out, holding in the twist for 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Stabilizers in the butt. Glute min, glute med. All right, shake it out. Come to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up. Soften the knees and swan dive it down. Step back one foot, step back the other. Opportunity for a chaturanga if you want it. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, push back. Let's go ahead and drop to the knees. Our last one is baby crow if you'd like to practice it with me. Elbows underneath the shoulder. Toes are tucked. We have ourselves coming into our dolphin. So press yourself up into your dolphin. You can stay here. What we want to do is walk our feet in towards our body. And then we want to come down like we did earlier, so that the knees are coming out to the side. Okay? So we did this once before earlier when we were in this position and we were doing some twists from here. Now we are just doing it from the floor. So you can come into it from downward facing dog is the way I like to, or dolphin. Walk the feet in, get the knees out, and then you can walk in close enough to get those knees onto your triceps. Once you've gotten that, you can lift up one toe, maybe lift up the other one, maybe you come on and hold that hover for 4, 3, 2, and release. That's nice, nice work. Now some people find baby crow a little more challenging than crow itself. Let's see if we can do crow today if you want to practice it. Otherwise, you can practice dolphin or baby crow. Again, same deal, coming into downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. We're going to walk our feet in. Big toes I like to touch when I come into my crow. And then I bring my hands towards the knees so that they can be placed on the outside of the triceps. Now the key is, instead of looking down, which is where we naturally want to do, we have to look to the top of our mats. Okay? That's going to generate the flow of energy forward instead of down so that we feel like we're doing a somersault. Okay? So, up into it. Again, sometimes I don't get my crow. It's all good. So we're looking forward. We've connected. And then we come and lean forward. Now if we want, we can lift up one foot. We can lift up the back foot. Just see if the placement on our elbows, on our knees are good. And then if we feel good, we suck up the belly, we look forward, and we lift off. We hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, Let's go ahead, come down onto our mats. Go ahead and bring your feet out in front of you. Lengthen them out. We're going to take these hands out to the sides, and we're going to lift up our chests and just hold here for a second. Once we've done that, walk yourself back up. You're sitting up nice and tall, long through the spine. We're not shoulder rolling. We are actually lifting up. We are going to take these hands and walk them down to the knees. The shoulders stay back. Pinch them back together. Okay? And then we're leading with the chest coming down. You're not going to get very far. You're not meant to. Okay? So it's a long, straight back, pulling the shoulders back, looking forward facing and leading with that chest. Should feel it in the back, a little bit in the hamstrings. And then we can gently roll our shoulders forward, walk those hands a little bit more forward, and then we're getting it in the lower back. This is a position that we are forward folded in a lot of times. So from here, walk the hands back up to the knee, slowly press into the hands, send the chest forward, pull the shoulders back and down, and then lean forward a little bit more. Release it out. Walk the hands forward, roll forward. Maybe the hamstrings will allow you to go a little further. If we're feeling it greatly in the lower back, don't press it. And then we walk ourselves back up again. We lift the chest up. We pull the shoulders back like we want to pull the floor. We're sliding our hands against our floor. And then we're pulling our chest forward, leaning in. And then we relax. Bringing one foot up, the other one out to the side. Okay, so we've stabilized here. We are sitting up nice and tall with our hands in the front. If we can't do that, we're just going to hold out here. But if we can, we're going to bring our hand that's with the same leg that's bent to the front. You can keep that hand back here, or you can bring it to the front. The reason why is we're going to take that hand that's of the same bent knee, and we're going to lean and wrap around it. Okay? We can reach around. Now from here, you're just going to take that hand that was either in the back or in the front, and you're going to reach behind and see if you can hold on to your other hand. Now don't worry if you can't do it. This is just a bind. If you need to, you can go through in between here. Might be a little bit easier. Might be a little bit more of a challenge. Or go around the knee. Then we're just going to lift up our chests. And when we've got that opening of the shoulder here, a nice big stretch here, opening of the hip, a couple of more breaths, and then we release it. We're going to do it on the other side. Okay? So lengthen out that leg, bend the other knee, find your sit bones. Then we're going to either hold up here and bring just one hand forward, or if you've got a lot of ability to sit up nice and tall, and you've got a stretch in the hamstring, go ahead and lean forward. This might be enough. You can then wrap your arm around your knee, and it just holds onto your thigh. If you want to try the bind, that other hand comes around. We seem to find those hands, and then we can tighten up the heel in towards the body, and then we're lifting the chest up. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall again with that spine. Again, you might feel it in your hamstrings on the straightened leg. You might feel it in the stretch in the shoulder and in the pectoral muscle. You might feel a little bit in the back if you're using your core to really keep yourself nice and tall, using your back and core muscles. A couple of more breaths. And release it out. Now that we've opened up that chest, we're going to come onto our mats. We're going to have a little rock and roll down, back and forth if it works for you. If not, just find yourself on your back. And then we have our knees stacked, our hands out to the side. I'm going to do cactus arms, especially if you have less room around you. You can do cactus arms, otherwise you can reach the arms out completely. And then all we're going to do is place one foot on the floor, followed by the other. Let the knees drop to one side, and find yourself in a nice twist. Nice deep breaths here, just relaxing and feeling it. If we wanted a little bit more, that front hand can grab the top behind the knee, the top leg behind the knee, lift it in towards the chest. We did this posture standing, so if you want a little bit more, you can lengthen out that bottom leg so that it's fully extended. You can reach out that other arm behind you, fully extended if you have the room, or keep it bent at the elbow for stability. Now, because we're not worrying about balance, we're just going to stretch this out. This is your opportunity that if you ever wanted to get into that fully extended pose, this is where you see if you can, while you're lying down and not worrying about falling over, see if you can reach for the outside of the foot. Maybe you find that you can actually reach for your foot here. It was the stabilization that might have been the issue. Or maybe you're just practicing to reach down and find in the hip flexors the ability to get that knee high enough so that you can reach your foot. And then, of course, you can lengthen out the foot by lengthening out the hamstring. And then if we want, we can look all the way out to the back. So again, this is the same posture we were doing standing, but when we're standing, we're fighting gravity. We're using all these stabilizer muscles. We're balancing. This one, we're on the floor. We're relaxed. We're relaxing our jaw, our shoulders, releasing the squeeze of the glutes if we're desperately holding on to our glutes. Couple more deep breaths here. Nice deep breaths into the lungs, out through the nose. If we've extended that front leg, go ahead and bend it. Let's slide our hands back to behind the knee. And then once we've gotten that position, we can release the hands out to a T, sliding the bottom knee so that it's underneath the top, pressing into the backs of your hands, using your core to bring those knees all the way up to center. Press into the heels to readjust the hips. Find yourself on your mat. And then when you're ready, you can let those knees fall to the other side. Again, eyes open, eyes closed. It's always your choice. Again, a few moments just to release the back. We always want to make sure that we're moving very slowly, because if this is where the back wants to be, this is where the back stays. And there is no reward for getting into different postures. We never have to look the same. Clearly, all of our bodies are unique and different. If we all look the same, it'd be a pretty bland place, I'd say, to visually live in. If everything looked exactly the same and we had no variations, so that's the beauty in life. Every flower looks slightly different. Everything that we draw tends to be slightly different, even if we're trying to duplicate the same thing over and over again. Just relaxing the shoulders. And if we're ready to move on, we can slide that top knee up, catching behind it. We can lengthen out through that bottom leg after we've given some time. So just lengthen it out and see how it feels. Again, we might need to shift on our mats to get our hip underneath so we're in proper alignment. Now on this side, it's going to be very hard for me to kick out my leg because I'm up against a wall. But should you want to try and slide your hand down to find the outside of your foot, go ahead and do that. This is where I'm obviously going to stay, and this feels actually pretty good. But if you'd like to go ahead and lengthen out through that leg and kick it out so that you're lengthening through the knee. And then no matter where you are, we can always look away from our knees. Giving our cervical spine a little bit of a twist. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing any muscles that we're not using. We're fully supported by the ground. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the nose. One more time, nice deep breath. Exhale, release. Sometimes I notice when I take a nice deep breath and I try and relax, I get a little twitch in the muscles as it's releasing extra energy, that as I'm exhaling, letting the body know that we don't need it, we're relaxing, we're not about to jump up and race out of here, hopefully. Then we can turn our head back to neutral. If we've extended our leg, let's go ahead and bend the knee. Then we can catch in behind the knee so that our leg comes to a 90-degree bend. Then we release that hand so that we have outstretched arms like a T or cactus arms. Sliding that bottom knee underneath the top one. We're stacked like we were in the beginning. Pressing into the backs of the hands to bring those knees all the way back up. Pressing into the heels to readjust the hips. Then I want you to just go ahead and bring those feet out to the sides of the mat. Bring those hands all the way up to the top of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a fish, so we're just going to press our hips up into the sky, or not our hips, our rib cage up into the sky. Our hips stay down, arching the back. And then we're going to slowly lower down, bringing those hands down at your side, out to the side, or leave them above your head. Rock your head gently side to side. And then just relax it there. If we feel good, that we want to come into a full corpse pose, we can slowly lengthen one leg out, see how the back reacts. Let the foot fall out to the side, and if it seems to be okay, slowly let the other foot come out. And then take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale and release any tension that we're holding in our body. 2 more times. Big inhale. Exhale. Last time together. Big inhale. And exhale. See, with every breath that you take, that your exhalation allows you to release a little bit more and find some more relaxation. Allowing the lips to part, the jaw to soften, the eyes to be closed, the creases beside the eyes melting away. If you're holding any tension between the eyebrows, releasing it now, letting all the creases in the forehead melt away. Focusing in on the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Let's hold our silence for the next 60 seconds. Focusing in on breath. And releasing any tension that we have in any parts of the body as we do a little scan. That was 1 minute of Shavasana. If you care to stay longer in this posture, by all means, please feel free to do so. But if we're looking for the awareness back into the body, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, roll wrists, roll ankles, one direction, other direction. Let's go ahead and slide one heel towards the body, followed by the other. Let's go ahead and cross the ankle over the thigh on one side. Thread through your open window in your figure four, hands on your hamstrings or maybe on your shins. Pull that knee right up into the chest. If it feels right for you to rock side to side on your spine, getting into the spinal erectors, feel free to do so. And then we're going to release the hands out from the figure four, placing one heel firmly down and lifting one leg up all the way. Again, this class had a lot of hamstring stretching. So again, we can keep a soft knee bend. We can walk to find our ankle. We can walk to find the sole of our foot. Whatever way feels right for you for the last of the hamstrings stretches. And we're going to walk our hands back down to where the knee bends. Bend at that knee. Place that foot down. Cross over the ankle. Thread through figure four, holding on to hamstrings or maybe onto the shin. Either way, we're gently guiding the knee in towards the chest. And if it's right for us today, a little rock side to side, giving some awareness into the back. We're going to release foot back down, allowing the other leg to come up. And we can keep a soft knee bend, holding onto our calves, walking down, maybe straightening out that knee, coming into our ankle. Or if we have the ability to reach for the sole of our feet, and allowing our leg to start to lengthen up, but relaxing the shoulders and everything else, just a lengthening of the hamstring. Nice deep breaths. Walking our hands back down to where the knee creases, allowing the knee to bend, gently putting the foot on the floor. Hands out like a T. Gently bringing the knees to the front, not letting them come all the way down, and then just bringing them all the way back up and to the other side. We'll do that one more time each side. And then you choose the side that you want to completely roll onto your side lying posture. So I'm going to roll towards you, so my knees will stack up, my bottom hand is a pillow, my top hand in front of the belly button. And again, a way to let our bodies know that we're going to be sitting up. We're just rolling onto our sides, letting some blood movement from our backs. And then when we're ready, we're pressing into the hand that's in front of the belly button, using the arm muscles to come up instead of our back. Then using the other arm to walk up, coming to our mats, sitting in any way that feels right for us, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Eyes might be open, they might be closed. Big inhale all the way up. Exhale down through heart center. One more time, nice big inhale all the way up. Exhale down through the center. Again, thank you for spending some time practicing, trying some different postures, strengthening, lengthening, twisting, thinking about our bodies, honoring them. I wish you nothing but a wonderful rest of your time this day, and hope to see you again soon.